Okay, and I'm getting word that we are ready for our next run, which is Darkman 80% by Neetsel. Let's go and take it away.
Everyone, my name is Neetsel, and this is Darkman for the NES. This is based on the Sam Raimi's movie of the same name, and you play as Darkman, and Darkman is a superhero. He's actually a scientist who created a method to make masks based on photographs. And so what we're going to do is that we're going to take the identity of the mobster who burned us and take revenge on them, and that's like the plot of the movie and the plot of the game. What makes this game really special is that it controls really awful. It's like playing on ice constantly, and you'll see a few deaths that might look a bit weird, but that's usually what happens with this game. So let's get started right away. Time starts once movement starts, so that will be in 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, right away we have this balancing mechanic using A and B. Right now we're going to face our first enemy, and so you can see Darkman doing these small jumps while attacking. That's actually because I'm jumping and attacking at the same time. So what happens is that the attack and animation is being cancelled, which allows me to get rid of the recovery of the attack and move faster. This was the first elevator level. This one was pretty straightforward, just follow the arrows. We're going to avoid this guy, use his attack to boost towards the wall. I'm avoiding this balloon because, like most things in this game, it kills you instantly. That's really one of the big issues in this game, is that most things will kill you instantly, and it's really hard. Also, we are trying to avoid these potions because they are part of a countdown at the end of the level, and they give you health back, but they make us lose time. Here we have the first minigame. So this minigame, we are just wasting our photos because doing well at this minigame only gives us more time to do the next level. And we don't need more time in the speedrun, and even casually you don't need more time because most of the time you will die from the platforming or the combat that is pretty awful. So yeah, right now we're going to disguise ourselves as Polly, and Polly's mechanics are a little bit different. It's got this club to attack, but also it can duck and pick up rocks. The thing is that we're not going to do that, we're just going to avoid the enemies as much as possible. I messed up that jump a little bit, so I'm not able to do the speed strat right here. Polly, in terms of speedrun, is really the worst part of the game because, well, there are so many jumps that are really tricky, and also you can softlock the game pretty easily. Like in this section, these platforms, they can spawn in a way that you can't jump between them, and so you just get stuck and have to wait for the end of the timer. So we are reaching the final stage as Polly, and so we're going to fight ourselves. We're going to fight Polly as Polly. Alright, trying to not get hit. Okay, I managed to reach that guy before he fires again. Avoiding that fish because otherwise he will kill us right away. So we are fighting Polly, and I hope that I'll get... I didn't get the glitch. There's a glitch in the game. If you reach the end of the stage while fighting a boss, you can actually make him despawn, and that's something that we'll do later on in the run. Here we have our first auto-scroller. So this is based on one of the final scenes of the movie, but they decided to put it really early into the game. We don't really care about health that much here because in the next level we're going to pick up a lot of potions, and we're forced to pick them up. They're on our main path, and so that's already the end, I think, for this crawler. Maybe soon. Yeah, that should be the end right here. It's so long and you don't have much to do. It's alright. So coming up, we'll be playing as Skip. So Skip will be appearing at the bottom left of the screen. And the thing with Skip is that he has a prosthetic leg that is actually a machine gun. And even though Darkman in the movie can only make mask, well, here he's going to chop off his leg and have a machine gun in the next level. So the machine gun has a knockback when you fire, which will cause a lot of death when you play casually. There are also another thing that makes these levels really hard casually are these treadmills. These treadmills reverse your controls, and the big problem with this game is really having enough momentum to do your jumps. It's like, it doesn't look like it, but making the most simple jump is really a challenge in this game. I think most people will die on the first jump in this game, just because it's so difficult. So coming up, we're going to fight Skip already, and we're going to do my favorite glitch in the game. So if I shoot and turn around, you can see that Skip is sliding towards me. And the reason that occurs is because when he gets hit by a bullet, the direction that he's going to move due to the knockback of the bullet is actually based on the direction that I'm facing. So if I'm facing left, he's going to move left. If I'm facing right, he's going to move right. And so we can make him slide above the ground just like that. Alright, already our next character, so Smiley. Smiley, gameplay-wise, in the run, he's one of the most enjoyable to play as because he has this massive jump. Something that you might notice as well is that even though we defeated Holly and Skip before, they are still in the minigame, they still appear, so they are actually fine. And so yeah, Smiley in the next stage, so in Chinatown, this is casually one of the most hated levels, and that's because the fireworks kills you instantly. Even though it's set in Chinatown, it has ninjas, and these guys can stun lock you and drain your health pretty quickly. Something that you might notice as well in the next few levels, but that actually applies to the whole game, is that moving on high platforms is actually slower than moving on the ground. We have no idea why it's like that, but it's a weird rule in the game, and as a result, it makes also managing your speed and the distance of your jump a little bit harder. So in this level especially, we're going to try to stay on the lower ground. Yeah, we managed to avoid that shuriken, which would have killed us. And here's the boss already. So combat is really tricky in this game because the window to hit the enemies is really, really short. So casually can be really, really frustrating. Alright, so coming up we have our second scrolling stage, so if we have a message to get through, this would be a good time.
Not a problem at all. Just thought I'd give a quick reminder to everyone watching. Make sure you get up, stretch your legs, have some water, just give yourself a break. It's always good to take a look at all these awesome speedruns, this one of Darkman included, which I'm thoroughly enjoying at the moment, by the way. Just to make sure that you're well hydrated and have a good stretch of your legs. And
yeah, it's pretty important. I messed up this stage pretty bad, so I'm really, really low on health, but I hope it won't be a problem for the final stage. Alright, so next we're going to play as Durant. So Durant is the final character that we'll play as. He has a gun as well, just like Skip, except that unlike Skip, it doesn't have a knockback when you fire, so he's a bit more manageable. We have our next elevator level, one of the worst in the game, because this one goes up and it has no arrows to tell you where to go. Also, it relies on this fuel mechanic that is completely hidden, and this level can softlock as well, which is pretty bad. During AGDQ, I actually softlocked on this level. So yeah, now we're going to have the next platform level. Also, some of the traps that you don't see, there are crushers in the levels that can kill me instantly as well. There are a lot of hidden traps that I'm trying to avoid as much as possible right now. My health is really, really bad. Might have to take a death on purpose later on. Alright, so managed to get through these jumps. These robots, if I touch them, I die instantly. The projectile from these robots are also an instant death, except in this level. That's something that's really frustrating with this game, is that it changes its rules constantly. So in one stage, one projectile won't kill you. In the next one, well, it will. So yeah, here I have a really tricky jump. Doesn't look like it, but this here is really awful because I have to jump over that robot. But if I jump in on the platform before, I don't have enough momentum to jump over him. So it's yeah, it's really tricky. Oh, here we go. Missed the jump. Fell on that robot. So that's technically what will happen to you if you play this game casually. Alright, so this is the final stage. The timer will be once I turn back into Darkman. The final boss, we're going to try to skip him. Yeah, need to focus a little bit because I messed up. Alright, we're good. Yeah. So what we're going to do is that we're going to use a similar trick as for skip. We're going to make the character slide, but this time through us. And the way it works is that I land, I turn around, shoot, and I get through him and reach the end of the level. And that's time. I think that was a really good run, especially since that death occurred really quickly. And that's the end of Darkman. So I really love this game. It has so many issues, but there are really a lot of variety to it, so shout out to the devs about this, because you can tell that they really try to make a good game. It's got a lot of variety, a lot of ideas, and it tried to stick to the movie as much as possible. Also, a big thank you to the staff for taking this run. It means a lot to me. This is a really important cause, and even though I didn't know Kid, I really wanted to be able to support this cause. So thank you for watching, and thank you for donating, and enjoy the rest of the marathon. Thank you.